Alright, so here's the thing. Um, I had this idea like a while back. It's like over a year ago, maybe 2 years ago, for a podcast, and I was like super excited about it. And then I hear like everybody has a podcast and blah 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 blah. I'm like, okay, cool. So let's just whatever. Um, and I let that sandbag me for a bit because I don't want to be like everyone else. But then I had this idea. I had this thought. I was just like, why not me? Why can't I have a podcast? And so here I am with my podcast. And it's called Wine a Bit. Yeah. And the whole idea is I'm going to share a bottle of wine with a person that I find interesting. And we're going to have a chat. And in theory, like, I'm going to be pairing the wine with the person. But in reality, it's going to be like wine that I like. And I hope that I get it right 75% of the time. 75% is a C plus, and C's get degrees. And that's how that is. So that's the idea. No one here for today, because this is just a pilot. But I do have a bottle of wine. And so, I don't know. There's the basic idea. I'm excited. Excuse me about sharing this. I have an idea for music that I want to intro and outro us. And fingers crossed, hopefully they're cool with it. It's a band that I've been a fan of for a long time. And it's a song about wine, which I think is very important. So we sit here in early March of 2025 on a Sunday evening in my basement. I'm sitting here with a Seghesio 2023 Seghesio Family Vineyards Inn. Seghesio has been a favorite of mine for a long time. They're located in Healdsburg, California. The winery is in Sonoma County, up there in Healdsburg. My brother lives there. Shout out Stuart. And it is it's just one of those wines where it's like, it's a wine club that I can never, even when I was least liquid, it was the hardest thing for me to cancel. When I was struggling to make the money payments and such, it was a hard thing for me to cancel. And say what you want about my priorities, and that's fine. Judge away. But there it is. So let's get to the notes. Uh-oh. The notes on this one are, and the notes come at this point from Crimson Wine Shop, which I'm not even sure where that is, but according to them, this zinfandel is bright and alluring. The nose bursts with vibrant red raspberry, accented by the rich aroma of Santa Rosa plums and the deep, juicy undertones of fresh blackberries. So, I'm going to give it a sniff. Yeah, I don't get any of that, but it's fine. On the palate, lively acidity dances gracefully, creating an engaging, tactile experience that glides seamlessly into a finish of silky, supple tannins. This vintage is a vivid expression of the 2023 cooler growing season, where crisp, fresh picked fruit flavors shine, beautifully preserved by cool nights and an extended ripening period yielding perfectly mature tannins. I gotta say, I do enjoy the idea that somebody loves a wine or loves wine so much they can write this beautiful description. For the majority of wine buyers, I don't the majority. I don't know. I'm overstating this. Like, are we picking our wine up at Costco or wherever? Or I know Seghesio is available. Um, it's good stuff. We had an evening tonight. We're at the Cooper's Hawk here in Oak Park, which, yes, they make wine, and yes, it's fine. What I took away from the experience this evening is that the people make the thing, right? So we're enjoying. We did a wine tasting. My wife Karina and I did a wine tasting. And it was wonderful. And we met some people at the wine tasting who, let's be fair, we probably would not have become friends with them. I'm not saying we became friends, but we probably wouldn't have been friends with them had we not run into them at this wine tasting. And then we went to the bar to have a bite and a glass of wine before coming home right now. And we met two more people, another couple, so two couples, and they were wonderful. And actually with the second couple, Karina and her name is Crystal, they exchanged numbers because, it's good shit. I don't know, life is great. So, anyway, I'm just going to dig into this zinfandel right now for a second and mind my pause. I mean, look, I love Seghesio. It's a beautiful wine. I'm getting like deep red fruit. It's very smooth on the palate. It is delicious and enjoyable. Granted, my palate is already a hammer, and I already had a bunch of wine today, so I don't know how, like I'm sure I'm missing like the delicate nuances of this, but this is a wonderful winery and a wonderful wine. And if you ever find yourself up in the Healdsburg area and you miss out on going to Seghesio, you're not, go to Seghesio. Just go have it, enjoy it. It's a delightful, the tasting room is delightful. The wine is delightful. I'm a big fan. I've been a big fan since 2014. And so here we are 11 years on, and I still am. So why am I doing this podcast? Because everybody has a podcast, right? And why is mine interesting? And I'm not sure that it is, but I do the experience today at a Cooper's Hawk, which again, great. It's good. It's not great. It's a in the Chicago area, we are in where I live. We're in a bit of a wine desert, right? Like Midwestern wine. If you don't like the sweet stuff, if you don't like the winter wines, if you don't like that small, tight, sugary grapes, it can be a bit of a pain, or it can be a challenge. So to be able to go to a place where they make decent wine, and just spend time with people, and get to meet some people and know some people, I think is really cool. So I'm a firm believer in this idea of, maybe I'm a little too firm of a believer in the idea of the pub. Go to the pub, have a drink, alone, meet a person, meet people, start a conversation, learn something, and share something. And so the whole idea of this podcast is I have been absolutely fucking blessed to meet some seriously interesting people. And they're just over the course of my everyday and regular life. And I feel like we should all be ready and open to the idea that the person at the bar stool next to you, the person on the train seat next to you, the person in traffic next to you in the car has some value to offer to your life. And especially now, as we sit here in the spring of 2025, when things seem, to be honest, bleak. And yes, I live in a blue state. I live in a very blue area. I consider myself liberal, but there's so much value in all the people around us in our lives. And so if you can share, in this case, a glass of wine with a person, enjoy their company, and learn and be open to learning something from them, because none of us have had the same experience. Like, how fucking great could that be? Excuse my language. This is going to go play terribly with my parents. But, so that's the idea. The basic idea is, as we go forward, I'm going to sit with a person with whose company I enjoy, and we're going to share a bottle of wine. And in some cases, I got like friends on the NA wagon right now. So I'm gonna have to get creative with the non-alcoholics. I mean, there's NA wine. I'm gonna have to find those folks, find that tipple. But it's just about bending the elbow with someone and having a chat in real life. And sadly, recording it. Is it sadly? I don't know. But recording it because I crave those moments. And there's nothing better, in my opinion, than if you're just finding new people and bringing them into your life and just having those moments with them and sharing something you enjoy. So the idea behind Wine a Bit is I'm going to sit with people who I find fascinating, which is, to be fair, pretty much everybody. I love people. People are incredible. Share a glass or three of wine. Talk about them and why I think they're interesting, and talk about the wine. And that's what that is. So, yeah, that's the idea. This is the pilot episode. Technically, episode 1, I guess, is inbound, and I have an idea for who I want to talk to. I have a lot of ideas for people I want to talk to, and I hope that they're up for the conversation the way that I am. So there's that. All right, and on we go. Look forward to hearing from you all soon. Bye. Well,